It begins not with celebration, but with silence, the kind that lingers in the grand halls of Buckingham Palace long after the applause fades. King Charles stands before the nation, carrying not just a speech, but centuries of expectation. And beside him sits Queen Camilla, a woman who waited a lifetime to claim a title that, even now, seems only partially hers. Because behind the polished ceremonies and royal smiles, a quieter story unfolds, one not of power gained, but of power withheld. The monarchy has always been defined by symbols, and none speak louder than the jewels. Diamonds, sapphires, emeralds. Each piece carries history, legacy, and authority. Yet for Camilla, those symbols remain just out of reach, not by accident, not by tradition alone, but by a system that places ultimate control in the hands of one man, her husband, the king. And in that reality lies a tension that cannot be ignored, a quiet contradiction between title and true ownership. Beneath the surface of royal life, quite literally, lies a vault few will ever see. Hidden below Buckingham Palace, secured with precision and guarded without pause, rests one of the most extraordinary collections of jewelry in the world. This is not mere adornment. It is history cast in gold and stone, a collection spanning centuries, once belonging to Queen Elizabeth II, now under the sole authority of King Charles. These jewels have witnessed coronations, state banquets, and the turning points of a nation, yet what defines them most is not their value, but their ownership. They do not belong to the Queen Consort. They are not hers to claim. They are loaned, assigned, permitted at the discretion of the sovereign. And that distinction, subtle as it may seem, changes everything. Because in a world where image defines influence, being denied access is more than symbolic. It is a reminder, quiet but firm, that even a queen can stand on uncertain ground. No story of royal jewels can escape the shadow of Princess Diana. Her presence lingers not just in memory, but in the very pieces that continue to captivate the world. Necklaces she once wore, earrings that framed her public image. These are not just jewels, they are emotional artifacts. And when they reappear, the reaction is never neutral. When Camilla chose to alter one such piece, transforming it from necklace to brooch, it was not seen as reinvention. It was seen as intrusion. Public sentiment, long shaped by history, responded with intensity. Because for many, these jewels are not transferable. They are tied to Diana in a way that transcends protocol. And so every appearance, every choice becomes a statement, whether intended or not. A reminder that in the monarchy, the past is never truly past. It lives on in the smallest details, in the glint of a diamond, in the memory it carries. While Camilla navigates a role defined by limitation, another figure rises with quiet certainty. Catherine, Princess of Wales. Where Camilla faces scrutiny, Catherine embodies continuity, and nowhere is this more evident than in the jewels she wears. Each appearance is deliberate. Diana's sapphire ring, pearl earrings, diamond bracelets, these are not just accessories, they are signals. A passing of legacy, carefully curated and widely understood. Through Catherine, the story of Diana continues, reshaped but never erased. And beyond her stands the future, Princess Charlotte. Even now, small gestures hint at what lies ahead. A brooch worn at a public event, a moment captured and shared. These are the early chapters of a legacy being preserved, piece by piece, for the next generation. In this quiet transition, the message becomes unmistakable. The jewels are not just about the present, they are about what comes next. Time, more than anything, defines the monarchy. Reigns begin, evolve, and inevitably pass, and with them, so too does control. When Prince William ascends to the throne, the vast collection beneath Buckingham Palace will become his. Every tiara, every necklace, every symbol of authority will shift once more. For Camilla, this reality is inescapable. The position she holds today does not guarantee permanence. The jewels she wears are not hers to keep. They are part of a larger system, one that looks forward even as it carries the past. And perhaps that is the true story beneath it all. Not conflict, not rivalry, but transition. A monarchy moving steadily toward its future, where legacy outweighs possession and symbols matter more than individuals. In the end, the crown may rest on her head, but the power it represents has already begun to move on.